I'm Charles Boda, and this is your Diz Daily Fix for December 17th, 2018. And we'll start this week out with some Disney Cruise Line pricing updates. First off, any reservations from here on out at Apollo, Remy, or Castaway Cay's Cabana Swedish Massages will be under new prices, which went into effect December 15th for the Fantasy and the 14th for all other ships. Now, the new pricing for Palo Dinner and Palo Champagne Brunch is up to $40, where previously ran you $30. Remy Dinner is now $125 as opposed to the previous $95. Remy Champagne Brunch is $75, up from the previous $60. And Castaway Cay Cabana Swedish Massage is down. It's $118 now, as it used to be $147. Castaway Cay Couple Cabana Swedish Massage is now only $220, as opposed to the previous $294 that it would cost you. Palo and Remy reservations made prior to the 14th will be charged the old rate. Castaway Cay Cabana Swedish Massages, which were pre-reserved prior to the 14th, will be charged the new lower rate. Disney Cruise Line has also changed the pricing of ground transfers for the sailings out of Port Canaveral, Florida, Civitavecchia, Italy, and Copenhagen, Denmark. New rates are as follows. Out of Port Canaveral, the prices jumped from $35 per person, now it's $39 per person for transport from airport to port, port to airport, resort to port, and port to resort. You're going to hear me repeating a bunch of those words, and it's probably going to get infuriating in a second. As far as the transport for Civitavecchia, that's down to $55 per person, away from the previous $70 per person for airport to port, port to airport, airport to resort, resort to port, port to resort, resort to airport. I'm only reading all of these because some of them are different, these last two Copenhagen ones. Copenhagen transport is down from $40 to $35 for airport to port, port to airport, airport to resort, and resort to airport. But it's down from $40 to $20 for resort to port or port to resort transport. So it's for Port Canaveral, all reservations with an effective date of December 14th and beyond will have the updated transfer cost reflected on the reservation. For reservations with an effective date prior to December 14th, the transfers will be priced at the current rate. Guests who are added to a reservation after December 14th will be charged the new price. For Copenhagen and Civitavecchia, any existing reservations will be adjusted to the new price, and guests will receive an email on applicable reservations to advise of the pricing decrease. Lastly, Walt Disney World has announced that due to a forecast of low temperatures, Typhoon Lagoon Water Park will be closed today, but is expected to reopen tomorrow, December 18th. Blizzard Beach is in the middle of its annual refurbishments, so that remains closed. Other outdoor activities, such as Disney's Fantasia Gardens and Winter Summerland mini golf courses, will remain open. For many Disney fans out there, some of the most important vacation memories aren't really about the parks at all. They're about the people you explore them with. In today's featured article, Zoe Wood opens up about her own experiences to highlight what may be the most meaningful aspect of a Disney experience. Check out The Tradition of Disney, The Tradition of Family today, and read about the long-lasting effects that shared Disney experiences can have throughout the years. Trending on the boards today is a thread titled Magic Band Surprises that was started by poster POTC Fan on the Theme Parks Attractions and Strategies Forum. For the weather today, Orlando will have a partly cloudy day, a high of 66, a low of 46, and no expected rain. Tomorrow will warm up slightly with a high around 71 degrees and a low of 52. Those in Anaheim will enjoy a mostly cloudy day with a high of 64 and a low of 48. Now, before I sign off today, I'd like to say something real quick. As most of you listening to this know, we will not be doing the Daily Fix in the coming year. And don't worry, this change will be freeing us up to provide even more content than we already do. And change can be difficult, but we promise this is good change. On a more personal note, I'd just like to share a thought or two on what I've learned from my time doing the Daily Fix. As many of you daily listeners know, I don't usually do mine in the same style as the other guys. And when I began showing up in the mornings, I hadn't been present on a lot of podcasts or vlogs. Frankly, I volunteered for this because I wanted to show I could be a team player and not just hide behind a computer editing and writing. But I started out very apprehensive and nervous. I got a lot of feedback, and not all of it good. There was honest criticism, and then there were some surprisingly personal comments. but it was the good stuff that kept me going. People would comment compassionately with the support of, he's new, give him time. After a while, I actually started to see comments where a few folks out there were enjoying my style and my voice. Not everyone, but you know what? I'm not for everyone. My point is that positivity amidst the personal criticism made my day better, which made me better to be around and more likely to point out the positive aspects of others. We pretend that a mean spirit has more power because negative emotions are contagious. And there is a bit of truth to that, especially if you use the internet as your primary source. But a well-timed compliment or word can have just as much effect. For some, this will be easier to hear because Christmas is coming, but it does apply year-round. If you want to make the world better, the most efficient use of your time is just being kind. Tell someone you respect the way they do their job, that they have a creative outlook on things, that if you were about to be executed and had to pick a last meal, it'd be their lasagna. Be honest, but be positive. Sure, the effects will be temporary, and something dreary is always around the corner, but that's why you do it every day, until it becomes habit and you don't even have to think about it. Remember, we can't complain about how the world is full of jerks if all we do is walk around calling people jerks. Now, the idea isn't groundbreaking, but since this is my last fix and we have a new year coming, I just thought I'd leave you with something upbeat. Now, for information on everything I've mentioned, go to wdwinfo.com/dailyfix, and that will be it for me today. But join us again for another installment of your Diz Daily Fix. And whatever way you celebrate this season, do it safely, do it kindly, and have a happy new year.